You're lounging on the couch, enjoying your favorite TV series, when suddenly your dog starts pacing nervously. Your cat bolts under the bed, and even your usually chatty parrot stops squawking altogether. Are they collectively judging your show selection? Or maybe there's something more profound happening. What if your furry friends are sensing a natural disaster before it strikes? Throughout human history, animals have displayed behaviors that suggest an uncanny ability to sense impending natural disasters. It's a real scientific curiosity that has baffled researchers for decades. So, what's the science behind this, and how can we harness it to save lives? Let's delve into the video fascinating animals become Mother Nature's messengers. Anecdotal evidence. Historical records brim with intriguing accounts of animals behaving strangely before natural disasters, as though they possess a sixth sense. In 373 BC, the Greek historian Thucydides described how rats, dogs, snakes, and weasels fled the city of Hellas days before a catastrophic earthquake. These observations were so compelling that they became part of the historical record, hinting at a mysterious connection between animals and impending danger. Similar patterns have been noted throughout history. For example, in Japan, folklore often mentions fish leaping out of the water before earthquakes, a behavior that modern scientists believe could be linked to underwater seismic activity causing changes in water pressure. Fast forward to the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, one of the deadliest natural disasters in recorded history. In Thailand, elephants were reported to have trumpeted loudly and bolted toward higher ground hours before the tsunami's waves reached the shores. The science behind the sixth sense. While these stories are captivating, they beg the question, how do animals sense these impending disasters? Researchers have proposed several theories. Sensitivity to vibrations. Many animals can detect vibrations imperceptible to humans. For example, snakes lack external ears but can sense seismic vibrations through their jawbones. This heightened sensitivity allows them to detect earthquakes before they occur. Similarly, dogs have been observed acting agitated before earthquakes, possibly due to their acute ability to sense ground vibrations. Electromagnetic field detection. Some species, like certain birds and sharks, can perceive changes in the Earth's magnetic field, and disturbances caused by tectonic movements or volcanic activity might be detectable to these animals, prompting behavioral changes. Pigeons, for example, are known for their navigation skills, which rely on sensing the Earth's magnetic fields. Disruptions in these fields could lead to altered behaviors. Infrasound awareness. Events like earthquakes and tsunamis produce low-frequency sounds, known as infrasound, which travel vast distances. Animals, such as elephants, can hear these frequencies, alerting them to approaching dangers. Before the 2004 tsunami, there were reports of elephants in Sumatra moving to higher ground, possibly due to their ability to detect infrasound generated by the approaching waves. Chemical changes. Prior to certain natural events, chemical alterations in the environment occur. For example, increased gas emissions from the ground before earthquakes might be detectable by animals with keen olfactory senses. Studies have shown that toads can detect changes in water chemistry, leading them to evacuate ponds days before seismic activity. Case studies. Earthquakes. One of the most compelling examples of animals seemingly predicting earthquakes comes from February 1975, near the Chinese city of Haicheng. During a bitterly cold winter, locals reported an eerie sight: snakes emerging from their hibernation dens and freezing to death in the snow. Snakes are highly sensitive to ground vibrations, and scientists believe these reptiles were reacting to the seismic activity that preceded a major earthquake in the region. This observation, coupled with other unusual animal behaviors like restless livestock, prompted authorities to issue an evacuation order, potentially saving thousands of lives. A similar case occurred in L'Aquila, Italy, in 2009. In the days leading up to a devastating earthquake, researchers studying amphibians noticed a mass exodus of toads from their breeding sites. This sudden migration puzzled scientists until the earthquake struck, leading them to hypothesize that toads might have detected changes in the environment, such as shifts in the Earth's electromagnetic field or chemical alterations in the water. Tsunamis. The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami remains one of the most catastrophic natural disasters in modern history, but it also provided remarkable examples of animal intuition. In Thailand, elephants were seen trumpeting loudly and rushing to higher ground hours before the tsunami hit. Their unusual behavior caught the attention of local villagers, some of whom followed the elephants and were ultimately saved. Flamingos in India also exhibited curious behavior, abandoning their low-lying nesting grounds well before the deadly waves arrived. In Sri Lanka, the story is equally fascinating. At Yala National Park, which is home to a diverse range of wildlife, officials noted that while the tsunami claimed over 30,000 human lives, the park's animals appeared to have largely escaped the devastation. Observers reported that species such as deer and wild boar were seen moving to higher ground hours before the waves struck. Modern research. In a world driven by technology, can ancient animal instincts work hand in hand with modern tools? Scientists think so. The Project International Cooperation for Animal Research Using Space is a groundbreaking initiative aimed at studying animal behavior on a global scale. Animals are fitted with tiny sensors that track their movements, and data is relayed to researchers via satellites. If a particular species starts acting erratically in a specific area, it could be an early warning sign of seismic activity or other environmental disturbances. Take Mount Etna, for example. Researchers have tagged goats living near this active volcano to monitor their movements. Before eruptions, these goats consistently display changes in behavior, such as moving to safer areas or exhibiting signs of stress. By analyzing these patterns, scientists hope to establish a more reliable system for predicting volcanic eruptions. Beyond goats, even migratory birds and marine animals are being studied for their ability to detect environmental changes. With advances in AI and big data analytics, researchers are uncovering correlations between animal behaviors and natural disasters faster than ever before. Imagine a future where animals, satellites, and machine learning work together to save lives, an ecological tech dream team. Challenges and skepticism. While the idea of animals predicting natural disasters is fascinating and holds great promise, it's far from being a universally accepted phenomenon. One major challenge is the heavy reliance on anecdotal evidence. Most of the stories about animals behaving strangely before disasters come from personal accounts, historical records, or folklore, which, while compelling, lack the controlled conditions necessary for scientific validation. Without concrete, repeatable data, it's difficult to establish a direct cause and effect relationship between unusual animal behavior and impending disasters. Furthermore, natural disasters are unpredictable by nature, making controlled experiments nearly impossible. Scientists can't schedule an earthquake or a tsunami to observe how animals react in a laboratory setting. This unpredictability leaves researchers reliant on observational studies, which are often influenced by hindsight bias, where unusual animal behavior is only noted or remembered after a disaster has occurred. Another significant challenge lies in separating disaster-related behaviors from reactions to unrelated stressors. A barking dog might simply be responding to a passing squirrel or a loud noise, and a jittery cat could be startled by a thunderstorm rather than an impending earthquake. Animals are sensitive to their environments, but not every erratic behavior can be linked to a natural disaster. The future. While animal behavior might never replace advanced seismic monitors or tsunami buoys, it could serve as a valuable supplement. Imagine a system where scientists monitor both high-tech sensors and real-time animal movements. For example, if elephants in a specific region start heading uphill and nearby seismic monitors detect tremors, the two data points could lead to faster, more accurate predictions. This hybrid approach isn't just theoretical. In some parts of the world, rural communities already rely on their livestock as early warning systems. Combining this traditional wisdom with cutting-edge science could bridge the gap between intuition and innovation. It's a thrilling prospect that could redefine disaster preparedness in the coming decades. And that's the wild world of animals predicting natural disasters. Who knew our furry, scaly, and feathery friends could be such lifesavers? If you enjoyed this journey into the animal kingdom's secret superpowers, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss more fascinating stories like this.